What the frick, dude? A Zach Zoyer died. My best friend is gone. 1 like equals 1 prayer to remember a Zach Zoyer. Not long for this world, but man, he made a real impact. Wasn't able to grind down any end stone, but whoever comes next, I'm sure is going to do a really, really good job. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Create Above and Beyond. This is so sad. Make sure to subscribe. Since we last left off, I added 2 more windmills. Isn't that great? They're looking really pretty in a nice freestanding open floor plan structure. As you'll notice probably with F5, I made the engineer's goggles finally at long last since last time, and I've noticed there are a few machines that are unnecessarily taking up oh god jeez. Okay. There are a lot of machines that are unnecessarily taking up a lot of stress. That don't need to be taking up a lot of... What the heck? I swear that's not how Zach Zoyer died. I'm pretty sure he just decayed. This happens to those summons that you make with the rituals. Holy heck, dude. But we could definitely optimize our rotation speeds a little bit on some of the machines. Like, take for example, this pipe here. It's taking 1,024 stress units. Does it need to be? The answer is no. Definitely does not need to be. And I should bring that down a little bit if I can, but I'll optimize things later on. In the meantime, as you can see, I have beautified things just a little bit. It was a little bit of a mess last time around. It would appear that we are a little bit full inside of our thing here. There is a little shortfall of this setup, and that is when I reload the save, it messes this up and it brings gravel to the end of the track. So I might at some point add an additional drawer for gravel here so that the whole thing doesn't clog every time I reload the save, and then I have to perform maintenance to get it running again. Anyway, let me just grab those that are now building up there. But anyway, everything's working pretty well. I added a drawer here to just collect the iron nuggets so that if we ever hit capacity, it can just build up inside of the drawer. Also though, this tank is now filled up, and as you can see, we're actually building up an excess of iron inside of the smeltery, which is kind of great actually, because it means that with this excess, I can just grab some additional iron, pour it back out into blocks if I want. I did learn after the fact I could have used just one of the small little melters that we have for our 1-to-1 ore setup over there if I had wanted to, but now that this is all set up, I'm probably just gonna keep it the way it is for now, unless it becomes necessary down the road in order to change it up. But hey, at least this way we get some cool, excess iron that we can grab out, and it has more of a buffer than we would if we just use what we have set up over here, which is new. Here's the thing, I just wanted to kind of make sure that this was gonna work, which is why I did it in between episodes, because I figured there was a pretty good chance that I was gonna just be fumbling around trying to figure out what would allow exports into Create pipes and imports, but it did all work pretty straightforward. So we now have, if you couldn't tell, this is a brass making setup, at least a small one. There is a randomium ore that we have to mine over here. So, oh God, I didn't realize they can go sideways. What did we get there? A yellow carpet. How very exciting. So I want to go and just grab some zinc and some copper, throw some in, and start making some more brass, which we're going to need a lot of in order to make all the brass machines, which are the goal for the end of chapter 2. And, but it does work. So let me just prove a concept it to you really quick, and I'll just run you through how it actually operates here. Let me get some zinc, and then I got a little bit extra copper. Actually, I have a ton of ores just sitting here, including some brass. Ignore that. We'll get back to that after we've actually made some. Right, so brass is 1-to-1, right? So I'm gonna put an equivalent amount of copper and zinc into each of these. I have 2 separate melters. You're familiar with this. We've been using it for our 1-to-1 ores. As it generates the molten brass, or the molten copper and the molten zinc, these pipes export. It brings into the mixer over here and mixes together into molten zinc. Over here, it doesn't actually need to be powered because it's already molten. So that's nice. I was wondering how that was gonna work. This is one of the filtered output pipes, and it's only set to output brass, and then slowly but surely it just fills up over here. I realize I could have done an ingot cast as well if I had wanted to, but I'm just having it fill up blocks in the meantime. Probably should do ingots just because it'll be, more effective for any remainder amounts or anything like that. But then once it's done, it'll output into here, and we get ourselves a block of brass, which we get to use in order to make the brass machines once we complete the chapter 2 assembly line. So that's these these right here, which single brass ingot turns into a sheet and goes to 2 brass casings. So actually it's like pretty cost effective here, and it's almost filled up. It's getting real nice and close. Now, in the meantime, while that's waiting, as you'll notice, I've added a fluid container here for lava, and it's actually complete. Freaking pillagers again, are you guys serious? So when I go up and I show you the extra heck bark trees that they cost me everything. And then I read in the comments on the last video, did you know that if you just grow the 1 block tall stupid heckbark shrub and then manually place a couple of heckbark logs underneath, you'll be good? You just put the arboreal extractors on that? Well, I didn't realize until after it was too late. I spent everything on those freaking trees. I have 4 trees now that are all going, and that's why I have a lot of lava. I wanted a big lava buffer, more than is getting consumed in here, in order to be able to make that a magmatic generator, and also probably turn these into seared tanks, and that way I don't have to sustain these with coal and it can just keep going. And hey, what do you know? Another block of brass outputted out of there, which is very cool. You might also notice I added a buffer drawer here for the rose quartz, and what's kind of exciting is we are very close to being able to make the brass machines. Once we get a few of these precision mechanisms, I will be able to make mechanical crafters and get this whole system over here completely automated, recycling the Certus quartz. And we got another brass. Let's go. And we might have remainders. I feel like probably I should put multiples of 9 ingots in each if I want to make sure there's no remainders. But for now, it's cranking and I'm satisfied with where it's at for the time being. We've got brass. That's really good. If you take a look at this conveyor belt, you'll notice that blocks seem to be coming up and flowing into the drawers much quicker than they were the last couple episodes. The reason for that is I came on down here just to check things out, and I finally decided I wanted to change the timing on the repeaters. Well, what I found here is that this piston had obviously been firing too quickly, and it ended up pushing blocks before they were mined by the drill, kind of what happened back with our cobblestone generator up top. And so I just had a wall of blocks that were obstructing the conveyor belt, and nothing from this drill was going up for God knows how long. Now that I have changed the timing on the repeaters, the pistons really only seem to be firing when a new block has generated, and so much so that I don't even have to worry about it, pushing blocks further, because the piston is firing at a longer amount of time than it takes for the drill to mine a block. That was the problem before. So now, even without doing a fancy observer block setup, the timing seems to be much better, and it is much more efficient at sending blocks up. And oh yeah, I also made it so I head hit less, and I can just run up, and it's super freaking fast to get back up now, which is kind of awesome, other than the last part where I hit my head a couple times, but we zoom. All right, now let's get into some fancy new stuff. I have been totally sleeping on the whole trading system because I thought we needed to get brass machines first. However, if we just do the first free thing, or well, basically free, it's 30 coins, we get a whole startup for this thing. It just gives us one of the first trading stations so that we can get this up and running before we even needed to make a brass machine. Oh yes, also, I thought, I was racking my brain just trying to figure out, I didn't want to test too many things because I didn't want to get ahead. I was like, wait, if I do this, if I pay the 10 silver coins, does it give me ender pearls? And the answer is no, it doesn't. It gave me the ender pearl trade. Ender pearls I was focused on because obviously we want to get to the end, and while I did slay a few more endermen in between episodes, I still don't have the number of pearls. But then I was like, wait a minute, we can try to do this trading setup. So I have the ender pearl card that I bought for 10 silver, but what I want to do is I want to pay the 30 silver in order to unlock our first trade station here. And wait, is this repeatable? This is freaking repeatable. I can just buy more. I don't even need the brass machines ever. I can just spend money. This is incredible. Okay, this is great. So this is a way for us to both buy and sell the resources that are here. And the language, it took a little bit of time to figure out. Okay, so this one is buying things for money and giving us this resource in return. Then if we go to the bulletin board, that's where we select a profession, and then we can sell a resource and we can get the coins back in return. So I think I want to unlock, carpenter, because we have so many wood logs, and I can sell wood logs in order to get money back, which I can then use so I can just take wooden logs and get things with them, right? Incredible. So I am going to buy the carpentry permits, and I guess I'm gonna go a little bit broke for the time being, but you know what? I think it's pretty hello, Mr. Oh, I need to do the this. I gotta get the whole thing unlocked, and then I can do it. I always forget about it. You gotta get those prerequisites. There we go. Okay, so now I have carpentry, which means that I'm gonna be able to take our logs and I can sell them and I can get stuff in return, which is going to be awesome. Let's just do a quick temporary setup here. Obviously, we're gonna improve this in the future as we use these more often, but let's just, power up a Stirling dynamo so that we can get this thing going a little bit here. And let's put the carpentry profession in. Let me just, I don't know, I think I have some logs here in the wood. And if I now put oak logs in there, what do I get? What do I get? It's 1 coin per stack. Okay, they tried to balance it a little bit. I understand. We do have a lot of logs. Yeah. Well, I mean, should I just go snag a few stacks here, and then we can get some silver that way? I was like, what if we get so that's a little too much. I was like, well, what if we get a brick? I'm not good at retrieving these out of here. If we were to get 10 emerald or 10 silver per stack, can you even, apparently that would be too overpowered, which understandable, I guess. What if I put 1 in? Oh, it literally has to be a stack at a time. So I'd have to hopper in, 40 some odd stacks in order to get an ender pearl, but we do, in fairness, have 400 stacks of logs in there. And it will, if we wanted to, we could eventually automate it or something like that. So excess logs are, I shouldn't say these things because then it keeps me accountable and people are gonna be like, so when are you gonna automate the log thing? And I'll be like, this sounds like a lot of work. I've been procrastinating doing it. So, hey, that's a bonus 11 silver coins for us right there though. Now, is it as easy as just a quick swap over to the other card and then basically it just reverses the setup? So instead of getting coins in return, I give coins and I get ender pearls. So let's see, there it is. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, and we get a freaking ender pearl. I'll do 1 more for now, but I want to make sure I still have 30 silver left over so that if I want to buy another one of these machines, I can do that without it being too much of an issue. But okay, where does this take us? So we have 6 ender pearls here. The recipe here is 4 of these gives you another ender pearl. So that brings us up to 8. And then these, I totally forgot. They're absolutely insane and they give you 3 per. So now we have 11 ender pearls, which means if I got 3 more here, we would be good to start looking for the end portal. Anyway, okay, this is awesome. And there's also another trade that you can do inside of the market where you can just convert your freaking silver to gold and gold to silver, vice versa. And that'll allow you to buy the unbreaking for the saw and the screwdriver and all these things. And so I saw a few people saying use the Eternal Stella. I saw a couple other people saying you can trade your silver for gold, just do that, and then use your Eternal Stella on other things. And that way you're kind of maximizing usage. Since the Eternal Stellas aren't super common, I did find another one in between episodes though. So we now have the ability to make 2 more, as long as we find the X-Petrified ore, which I do think you can actually buy somewhere in shipments, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken. I think I'm mistaken. All right, so I had a bit of grout smelting up here, and I want to replace the seared tanks that I have underneath, or the heaters that I have underneath the new brass setup, and I want to turn them into tanks so that I can put the lava into them. I tried running lava into the heaters, and it didn't work, so it is what it is, but hopefully it won't drain the lava production too much, I think it should work just using these. All right, so replace you with that. Is it still valid? It is still valid, that's good. And then replace you over here, put you down there, and then we just gotta bring the pipe over. Now, the first rule of fluids with Create, as I've learned firsthand here, is make sure that you build the pipes from the destination back to the source, not the reverse, because otherwise you end up with a spill, which is bad when that spill is lava. So, okay, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? This pump, I'm hoping can reach. Is it gonna reach? Is it gonna, hold on. Let's make it see-through. Yeah, look at that spicy toothpaste on its way. I hope it's got the range. Yeah, it's filling up. It's filling, is the other one going? The other one's going. Okay, now it is completely self-sustaining for the brass, which is very, very exciting. Now I have this other path that I dug down here, which connects all the way over to where the Stirling generator currently is, because I do want to replace that with a magmatic generator to, again, make this whole area self-sustaining. Thing is, it needs more pumps because it's not going to have the range from that one, so I haven't done it yet, but I did dig the tunnel and stuff. Also, we got 2 more brass blocks. So yeah, that'll hold us over for quite a while. All right, let's get caught up on the advancement progress here. We've got that going. We have this going, except it wants me to get a copper can of molten iron in order to satisfy this requirement. So you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this the totally legit way, where I make a copper can, and there we go. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it here. And I'm gonna do this and put the copper can there, and then I'm gonna put a copper ingot into there. And it's gonna fill the copper can, and it's gonna satisfy the challenge. There we go, guys. We did it. We did it. Totally legit. Totally legit. Okay, so we need. It's such a small amount of iron. 16 millibuckets. We have like 16,000 in the. We can make so many of these. It's insane. So we need to get another spout, and we need to get a conveyor belt going under it, and then this feeds into the deployer mechanism in order to get chapter 2 done in the bag. All right, let's make 2 copper machines, and then I need myself a hopper, 1 spout coming right up. This guy's been chilling here for a while. May actually just be a permanent installation. Something I hadn't actually thought of doing before is, can I just take this belt and bring it all the way underneath, and then have this essentially over the top? It'll serve as a buffer if the belt gets backed up, but I only need to do 1 belt. I want to test this. So let's see, we're gonna have the spout go here, right? And then we're going to put a motor here, mechanical pump, in order to, is it going the wrong? It's always going the wrong way. Somehow, without fail, it's always going in the wrong direction. It's very impressive, actually. Okay, so it's filling the spout. And now, if we get this down, say like over here, and connect the belt all the way through, it seems like it should actually work as a buffer. But let me double check just by grabbing one of these out of here. And that completed the quest, nice. Okay, so it does work that way. That's convenient. So from here, we're gonna bring these up over the top of the 2 deployers, just like we have it set up over there with the kinetic mechanism. And so you're probably thinking, Jordan, you only have 2 rose quartz. That's not gonna get you very much. And what I'm doing though is I want to just make sure it's working properly, which there we go. Perfect. We got a couple of electron tubes. It worked out great. I want to just manually make the first few so that then I can get a mechanical crafter set up over here, and then we can really kick things into high gear. So for now, what I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna manually insert these in here, and that way I can, do I throw them in? There we go, yeah, throw them in. All right, make some rose quartz. Do it. Hopefully we get a little taste of this in action. Yep, flows through, it pops the electron tubes off. Let's go. I mean, hey, it's working. It's barely bringing down, like, dude, we have all the iron in the buffer inside of the smeltery and all that as well. So, all right, heck yeah, it's going. How many more do we have? That was it. Okay, but that gives us 12 electron tubes, which will give us, so I guess we need 16 total in order to be able to make our first brass machine, which will get us, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we can get ourselves a mechanical crafter just from a single brass machine. Let me double check here. Mechanical crafter, smithing table, three of them for 1 brass machine, and then we can make this self-sustaining. I'm just gonna get a few more seeds going here so that we have enough of the electron tubes. Go forth and become rose quartz. I may want to increase the amount of water that we're pumping at some point in order to get this a little bit faster, but it just depends on the speed that we're kicking back the Certus quartz over to this. We may not have to. All right, we need our 3 deployers here. 1, 2, 3. And now let's put them together. What is it again? A smithing table. Right, there we go. Triple deployers, and it's the exact same setup here. So I guess I'm gonna need more encased chain drives. You know, the fun part is I do have to bring the kinetic mechanisms all the way over to there. There's a lot of gears and machinery and stuff that I set up, and I gotta work my way around all that. That might be a problem for in-between episode Jardon to take care of. Surely, in between episode Jardon will have no problems getting this conveyor belt hooked up to the kinetic mechanisms all the way over there. There's no way that it could possibly go wrong. Here's our outline. So like, we're gonna do that, right? And then this thing is gonna go way underground and I'm gonna figure it out. In the meantime, I think I can just use the other encased drives in order to get this thing going with the power that we already have. So that's great. So for now, I'm just gonna manually throw kinetic mechanisms onto here while the deployers and stuff are supplied with the proper materials like that. And again, we need a few more, but I am hoping that, did things happen here? Actually, I forgot to check. Do we have, did it do things? Do we have pure Certus quartz here, 31 of them. Did it not actually go into the proper place? That seems like, we're shooting buckets. Let's go. Nothing but net. Your ore now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, when I was making things prettier, I forgot about function. See, that's the danger of trying to make things have nice form, is sometimes you lose the function. And anyway, there we go. Wait, okay, so yeah, that's probably gonna fill up one versus the other, but that's totally fine. But at least we know it's working. It's going all the way through, and yeah, it's feeding into the deployers. So we're popping off. Okay, so we've got 9 and 9. We just need 8 in each of the deployers to make our first brass machine. So I just need to get a screwdriver and then we're off to the races. So the screwdriver only has one tier. There's not like an iron and then a diamond and a stone one. So I don't know how long this lasts, but we may want to get the unbreakable one at some point in the near future. But let me just grab some of the kinetic mechanisms. I don't know, maybe I'll just grab a stack or something like that. And then we'll get a drawer set up and we'll be good to go. All right, there is also the part where I need to provide these with, you know, rotation. That would probably be helpful. Can we do that and that? There we go. All right, and then screwdriver goes into here. And now, moment of truth. I know, it's manual assembly. Get out, I'm just falling into things. Okay, it's manual assembly, I know, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's more like it. There we go. We got ourselves precision mechanisms. Let's go, and that's gonna be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Beautiful, beautiful, look at that. Let's make one more, so that I forgot I need to have the drawer. I need to lock the drawer. I guess I could lock the drawer before I pull all of them out. Okay, now we're gonna be able to make the first mechanical crafters, which is going to be awesome. What a deal. You even get 2 brass casings for every one of the recipes. The brass age. We done did the thing. Let's go. Also, we should be checking things up. Frick, I already made the screwdriver. I'm gonna have to grab it back and it probably isn't gonna count because, frick, it didn't count the electron thing either. That's the worst part of doing these quests, is that you're like, ah, heck. I had it in my hand before, but now I don't have it in my hand anymore. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I really need to start just dropping crafting tables and stone cutters and smithing tables all over the factory just so it's easy to access them. That might be a job for in between episode Jardon as well. Look, brass machine. That actually looks really cool when you put it down, dude. Look at that thing. That's thumbnail material, actually. I don't know why I haven't used these for thumbnails in the past. That would be just a really interesting thing. Or would it? I don't know. All right, this is where we really take things to a new level. So I'm hoping what happens now is if we break this and we put the mechanical crafter in here, then we just have to figure out where the easiest place is to run some rotation into here, and then we can just yeet it right back on and keep the process going. Okay, it's gonna be moment of truth here. Will this work? There are probably better ways to get the thing off of the mechanical crafter, but whatever, I'm doing it this way. Okay, weighted ejector, we're gonna have it yeet to there. From right there, I think that'll be good. And then we just need to get some input into you. Okay, so let's take the pure Certus quartz and drop it into there. Yeah, and then where did it eat? Where did it eat? I don't know where it yeeted. Oh God. Let's try this again. Keep your eye on the ball. Hold on. Where did it go? Where did it go? Did it go up there? I'm very confused. What happened? The curious case of the disappearing Certus. What actually is going on? Oh, wait, was all of it getting caught? Did all of it go up in the attic? I swear, dude, there's no way. Okay, is it working now? Is it working now? Okay, it's landing properly. And then wait for it. Okay, it's happening. All right. Oh my God, dude. It's like when you, are playing fetch with a dog and, the dog is, retrieving the ball and then you fake throw it and the dog's like, where did it go? Why are you going up there? Try again. Yes. Okay, it's working. And then it yeets. And then it lands there. And then it yeets, and then it lands. Okay, it's happening. The cycle is working. No roofs allowed, apparently. They just destroy the weighted ejectors. But I think we're good. I think we've got something functional here. All right, wait for it. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And then it recycles back. Oh my God, and then it recycles back. Holy heck, it's happening. Things are going. Yes, we're feeding them. Yes, we're making stuff. It's not the fastest thing ever, but the more, I think it's going to actually start potentially going exponential, or it's going to be limited by how quickly those over there are able to create the pure Certus quartz. But, okay, this is cool. I actually need to collect one of you so that I can complete this challenge that needs to be complete, the rose quartz. There we go. And then I can do that. And then we're good. Okay, go, be free. Go on the next part of your journey. I think this one actually has to fill up to 64 before this one starts collecting is the only downside. But holy heck, now we are automated. Now you can see the action over here. Okay, this is where we are gonna start running out of power eventually, and we're gonna need to wire the magmatic up instead of using the Stirling. But you can see everything is active now. Now down the line, we're actually starting to move. Use our 1000 stress unit pump. But dude, okay, this is sweet. I'm gonna need to get more pumps hooked up so that these can operate faster, but full automation. Let's go, dude. Full automation, minus needing to get the kinetic mechanisms over to here. But holy heck, we got it going, dude. I added a couple more pumps over here because it seemed like this was the slowest part of the whole process. It might be worth my just going and doing one more round of Certus quartz seeds just to see if that'll kick things up a notch. It is really nice with the pumps that the gears on them, they can power each other so I don't have to, wire up a whole bunch of cogs all the way around. So let me just go make a few more Certus quartz seeds and see if I can, get this picked up. Let's see if throwing another 16 seeds into the mix might speed things up a little bit. Because I would think that the more you keep the process going, the quicker or the more that you feed into it. I don't know if it's linear, that if you just feed more into it, it will go faster up to a limit, or if it should keep, building on itself or something like that. I don't know, man. Math is hard. Well, I mean, it's definitely doing more because it drained the entire tank again. I'm gonna need to dedicate an entire dual windmill just to pumping water. And I bet this isn't the only place where we need water. So, all right, I see how it is. Anyway, at least we know, because this deployer is populated, that we have at least 65 electron tubes. So don't worry, the amount of time it's gonna take for me to actually bring the kinetic mechanisms over here, this entire chest will have filled up. I don't work quickly. So not necessarily everything is fast, but it is all automated, except for the Stirling generator over here. So probably in between this and the next episode, I'll run a lava pipe over. I just wanna be able to, cleanly wire up all the pumps and stuff in the places they need to be. But last things last, I think it might be good to get the ender pearls and start hunting for the stronghold. This is a really good place to set up the trade station because it's right next to the oak drawers. So I can just sit here and trade stacks all day long. I guess I need a little bit of power for them, so let me handle that. But I also, I decided I just smelted a few more of the stacks of logs so that for the time being, we have a little bit more charcoal to be able to power that thing as long as we need to. I need to keep remembering just to, take out some excess. It's a good source of iron, dude. All right, so let me get this powered up, and then it might be a little bit tedious, but we will get ourselves some silver to be able to get ender pearls. I need to switch this over here and trade up some wood. I should probably just chest and hopper this in, shouldn't I? In fact, I should have been doing this for a while now. Actually, you know what? Even better. It's not gonna be terribly pretty, but it will be much faster than me doing this myself. Yeah, that's more like it. I gotta put in the carpentry card. Okay, perfect. There we go. Now we can just get some silver passively generating in the background. If I had had this hooked up since the beginning of the episode, I'd have a lot of silver by now, or at least a stack of it, which in my book, it's still a decent amount. A couple of stacks would get us 3 ender pearls, and I think that's actually all we need to kind of feel comfortable about heading to the end. So let's just wait for a moment. Look, Ma, full automation. Having to manually keep things powered. Hey, I bet over here we have over 2 stacks. Yo, we have 147 electron tube. Make that 148. Something bled in my smeltery. Yeah, okay, so people were saying that there's some item, a haunted bell, I think it is, that I can get if I want an equivalent of F7 in this, which I may need to do. How dare something just go into my smeltery and die like this? I also may have jumped into the smeltery at some point in between episodes, so I guess I shouldn't speak. Yo, we got a full stack. Wait, this is gonna get us to, I think, 4 ender pearls if we just swap out the profession card and go for that. Let's get rid of that and then oh wait, can I not put that? Oh, I can, there we go. And then swap that out. And now we can get some ender pearls cooking. There we go, 1 ender pearl and 2 ender pearls and not enough for 3 ender pearls, it's fine. All right, we got our 3rd ender pearl. I'm just gonna leave this sitting here to keep generating more silver coins until it's stack. I realize I could probably hop her out if I wanted to be able to keep it going, but I don't wanna completely run out of logs. So anyway, all right, we got 3 ender pearls. That brings us to a total of 14, which is like a fairly safe amount, I think, for getting there. Probably. So why don't we make our Eye of Enders? And then it's so sad we're gonna get back with Endstone, and then Azixoivers is not gonna be here with us. I can't believe this. All right, what direction are we headed? Should I do some trig? Should I triangulate the stronghold location? We do a lot of math here in this. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, by the way, look at my additional heck bark trees with some pillagers that have managed to get themselves stuck. Those pipes are probably hot. You guys get burned over there? No, you seem fine. Fire-resistant pillagers, I swear, dude. They just keep getting worse. All right, let's see what we got here. Where are we going? We're going over there. What angle is that? That is at negative 49.1. All right. Sometimes you just want to take a break from mathing it up and you don't want to have to worry about, bruh, no, I said stop. I was talking with Chosen Architect, who's on Vault Hunters. He did this series, and he said there's a point where he had to like make a spreadsheet and do a bunch of math, and he's like, I'll give it to you if you want. I'm like, yeah, please, I'll take your spreadsheet. I don't think I'm ready to have to do this. I don't think I'm ready. All right, guys, well, we'll start the next episode off by making our way to the stronghold, heading to the end, see if we can do some good end exploration and get some gear over there. I don't actually want to fully head out yet because I want to polish some things up in the factory in between episodes. So this is where we're gonna cliffhanger things for next time. And I just completed a new task for taking out 3 pillagers. Wait, was that there? That should be like something under the market. No, I don't even get gold for that. Ridiculous. The pains that I go through and I don't even get a reward. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video. I hope that you've enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for the next episode and check the playlist if you've missed any. And I'll see you next time for some adventure.